for it. It shouldn't be in spam. It should probably be in one of those other folders if you have a Gmail account. But it's just some exciting things that are on the calendar. I put some manifestation tips in there. I'm really excited about the direction that my personal journey has taken. And of course, if my personal journey is taking that, then my business and the community is also becoming part of that. So I kind of talked a little bit about that in the newsletter. Please be sure to check that out. And if you're not on my newsletter yet, why not? What's going on? What are you doing with your life? You need to be on my newsletter. You can go to my website, TerrellUnicornsCoffee.com, scroll all the way to the bottom, and there's a sign up for the newsletter. Let's see. Okay, so for those of you that have not been with me for a while, hi everybody. I don't mean to just be excluding people. Hi everybody. But what was I about to say? If you haven't joined me for a while, we have a slightly new format, so I'll go over that real briefly so that we can go ahead and get into the card pull you all came here for this morning. Hi, my name is Valorie Lewis. I'm a psychic medium. I also pull cards, tarot, and oracle, and we will go over tarot and both oracle cards today in the group session. The way I like to start it is do a little brief, set our intentions for what we're about to receive. Then we do the group reading, which lasts about 20 to 30 minutes. Then under the new format, I take about 10 minutes to do one card pulls for lucky audience members. I always wanted to say that like a game show host. But basically Spirit directs me to who to pull for, and you might be one of the persons receiving a one card read today. We spend about 10 minutes doing that, and then we wrap it up with kind of sealing in our intentions for the week. So that's how it will run today. And give me just one moment. Because I know I have links for you all. New and revised links. One of these days I'm going to get them over to Jacqueline, but not yet. So there's the new links. Go ahead and check those out. Anything else interesting coming up this week? We have energy healing this Wednesday. We have Saturday, a super fun manifestation power hour with yours truly on Saturday. The membership. There are only 12 spaces left. Y'all, it's filling up fast. So make sure you jump in and get it at that greatly discounted price before the price goes back to normal pricing. Okay, enough of that. Let's get into the card pull for today. I invite you to sit quietly with yourself for just a moment. How many of y'all regularly sit quietly with yourself? You should. It's a very interesting practice. All right, I want you to sit quietly for just a moment. Take a couple of deep breaths and just think about one thing in your life that you would like to change. Yes, I know most metaphysical people don't tell you to think about the things that are wrong, but I am, because we're going to do something. Think about that one thing that you would like to change. Maybe it's a job, maybe it's people in your life, whatever that is. Now think about what it would change to if you had your way with the world. How would it be if you got to pull all the strings? You got to tell people how to act, where to go, all of those things. How would it be? And now think about how that feels in your body. Having that preferred outcome, that preferred state, how does that feel in your body? Can you pinpoint where it feels? Do your thoughts feel clearer? Does your heart feel bigger? Does your body in general just feel more relaxed, less stress, less anxiety? How does that feel in your body? Hold that for just a moment, just thinking about how it would feel in your body if everything was the way you wanted it to be. And then go ahead and open your eyes and rejoin the room. And ta-da, that is manifestation magic. No, but seriously, when you can get yourself, just by the power of your thought, into a state, your body is on board, you're feeling more relaxed, your thoughts are on board, you're imagining what it would feel like, your feelings are on board, maybe you're feeling more happy, more peaceful. That's it, y'all. That's it. taking those brief moments throughout the day to raise your vibration to the frequency that allows you to have all of those things you want. But we got kids to feed and jobs to go to and cars to drive and things to check off our to-do list and coffee to drink, which speaking of, and how many of us take time to sit and imagine and feel and somatically get all systems on board pointing in the same direction? It's not as hard as we think, but it is as repetitive as we think. And many of us dread that repetitive. Oh my God, I gotta wake up and meditate. Because if I meditate, maybe I'll get that car I want. And we make it a chore. And if it's a chore, you're working against yourself. So just take a couple of minutes to sit and be happy with those thoughts. Ooh, speaking of which, I don't know why Spirit led, I only pulled 3 tarot cards. So maybe we've got a lot of juicier messages from the Oracle. But let me do this. I've got 3 tarot cards for today. And I feel like Spirit, like I wasn't even looking at the cards because I was talking. I feel like Spirit did that intentionally because the cards are exactly what I just said. So maybe Spirit was like, shut up, Valorie, just show them the cards. I'll tell them the message I want them to know. Okay, so first up, we have Ace of Pentacles. It's a 1, and 1s in numerology in life signify the beginning of something fresh, new starts. Pentacles is our manifested world. Pentacles is earth energy, rooted energy. Look, we see roots beginning to take place because it's the beginning of something growing in our life. Pentacles is earth energy. Pentacles is about what is physically manifested. Pentacles is about what has our attention in this moment. Oh, that was a new one. That phrase was right from Spirit. Pentacles is about what has your attention in this moment, in this physically manifested world that we work and live in. What has value to you? Oh my God, this is a completely new understanding coming through. And I thank you so much for this, Spirit, because I think this is some of what I need too. Okay, there are some times, this is a message from Spirit. Oh, I love this. No wonder I only pulled 3 cards. Okay. Do y'all love when you just I know I'm just going to talk about it and make y'all be like, Valerie, get to the point. I will. I got ADHD. I'm going to get there. But listen, do you have some of those times when the new insight, the reflection, the shift in looking at something is just so juicy that you want to savor it for just a minute? Okay, that's what's happening in my brain. So give me just a minute. All right. Ace of Pentacles, Spirit said, it's what you are focused on in this moment. What has your attention in this moment is what is valuable to you. And then Spirit went on to say, many of you think you know what is valuable for you. And you have a list of those things that you consider important and valuable. But if those are not the things that you are focused on in this world of manifestation, those are not the things that are valuable to you, because you speak in a language of frequency and vibration. And we listen to your frequency, your vibration, and your thoughts to determine what's valuable for you. So if you say loving family relationships are on my list of things I want to manifest, and it's valuable, that's really, really valuable. I couldn't put a price ticket on having a loving family relationship. That's value. But then in your private thoughts and in your conversation with your friends, you say, gosh, I just can't meet anybody in my community that's like-minded. Man, I have to go online just to find friends. I don't have a community. I don't have friends. I don't really have a loving relationship. I want it. I don't have it. What are you saying? Your attention and your focus is on what you don't have, which means that is what is valuable to you when the universe takes a read. What's valuable to this person? Well, they just spent 23 of the 24 hours I gave them today talking about what they don't have. So that must be what's valuable to them. That's what we're going to put attention on. Let's grow those friendless zones. Let's grow those communities where there's no one there. Let's put all of our attention on the lack, because that's what they said is valuable to them, because that's where they spent all of their time today, is talking about what they don't have. That's a new flip for me, Because I've always said, well, what's valuable to me is da, 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 da. And spirit is coming back saying that's not what you told us vibrationally. Where you have focused your attention is what's valuable to you. So what are you telling the universe I want more of? What are you telling the universe, Ace of Pentacles, help me grow this thing that I'm putting my attention on? Because the universe will. The universe doesn't care. What you want to grow today? Rotten tomatoes, I got you. Fresh, ripe, green tomatoes, we can do that too. But it's up to you. What do you want to grow? What are you growing today? Next up, anything is possible card. I love it. This is the Page of Cups, which is another page. Is also about new beginnings. Pages in the court. So we have Page, Knight, Queen, King. Pages are the beginning of the court cards. And so another beginning card. Pages are considered youthful, optimistic. Look at that hair. I want to get my hair colored again. Look at that hair. The anything is possible card with the Page of Cups. When pigs fly. Spirit. Look at that. It looks like an atom inside the hands. Does that creation happen right there? Spirit and you creating something new from a molecular level? Page of Cups is the anything is possible card. Rainbows in the sky. And how does that tie in with this? Anything is possible. Where are you focused? Are you focused here? When you sit down to manifest, do you look like this card? How does this card make you feel? Is your hair spiking up for no apparent reason? Is your heart chakra wide open, blasting? Are there rainbows in the sky even if you can't see them because you've created them mentally? Are pigs flying overhead even if you can't see them because you've created them mentally? Are you in a relaxed state wearing comfortable clothes? Is this how you feel when you go to manifest and think about the things in your life? Or do you feel some kind of other way where you're talking about everything that's going wrong? Talking about manifestation today. Now this I love. Y'all gonna love this. The way I read cards, I also read individual cards, but I also read them in progression and how they are laid out in a spread in front of me. Those of you who have asked about my spread, I just lay them out single file for this particular type of reading. So we've got 3 cards going across, and Spirit started us here. Anybody who has been asking for anything about manifesting something new in your life, all of these messages are for you. All right, Spirit, I heard these fucking messages 100 times before. I did the meditation. I did all that shit you told me to try, and I still don't have. There's your problem. Did you just say that sentence with me and fill in the blank after, and I still don't have? Because the and I still don't have is your problem. My problem too. I do it all the time. All the time. I do it all the time. My problem too. This message is for me as well as the group. I've done all these things that you said, and I know it works. Maybe try ending the sentence that way. I've done all the things you said, and I'm eagerly in anticipation for you showing me how my energy was not wasted. However you phrase it, because here's what's coming. In 1 week's time, we can go from Ace of Pentacles to the badass King of Pentacles. And what's in the middle? Our ability to stay positively focused, our ability to say that anything is possible, our ability to get out of our own way and move around our own restrictions. King of Pentacles shows divine mastery of a particular suit. And in this case, it's the suit of Pentacles, which is the suit of manifesting here in the real world. And the King and the Queen both hold equal status as far as mastery. And the King is showing up. Look how relaxed he is. Maybe it's the same dude. Long hair. Maybe it's not colored anymore. Still relaxed, laid back. Maybe it's the same guy. A little bit older, a little bit wiser. Look at that smile on his face. I finally figured out manifestation. That's what he's saying. And it wasn't as hard as I thought. I just had to work at it daily. And even the work wasn't that hard. When I stopped making the work, and I started making the work the fun, Everything turned out so fast. I went from nothing to this so fast when I decided to have fun. Look at the sparkles. And I've still got magic around me. I got magic to spare. My dog is magic. He talks to me every day. I don't know. I'm just making up stuff for this guy's life. I bet his dog does talk to him. But this is where we want to be. King of Pentacles, divine mastery. And the king instead of the queen, because the king denotes action, confidence, strength. The queen is the one that receives it. The king is the one that acts on it. So the final message from spirit is, what are you not acting on? What piece of joy, spark of inspiration are you not acting on? Because if you act on it, look what's waiting for you. If you act on it with complete faith and trust in the universe, from ace to king in 7 days or less. I believe it. Do y'all believe it? From ace to king in 7 days or less. I don't know, Valorie. I saw this other metaphysicals teacher who told me it takes at least 7 years. I don't know. I'm just making up stuff. You've told yourself that. Manifestations are instantaneous. I've heard spiritual teachers tell me that they're not, that based on the world that we live in, you can't possibly have a blah, 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 because we decided to work in accordance with the laws of time and space. And so we have to wait for manifestations. You know what I say? Bullshit. Because I'm a rebel and I make my own rules. And just because the rest of y'all got to wait 7 days or better, don't mean I got to wait 7 days or better. I'm going to take this message and see if I can do it in six or less, because I'm competitive like that. So ace to king. How do we get there? No wonder Spirit only gave me 3 cards, because we only need those 3 cards. You need to know where you started. You need to know what to do and where you're going. And that's what we got from today's spread. Ooh, I love this so much. I might keep these cards out for myself, because I'm trying to manifest some big things, y'all. And I say big, and I know I shouldn't say big, because the universe is like, there is no big or small when it comes to manifestations. I know, but y'all know what I mean when I say it too. So that's what the human me is saying big things. The metaphysical spiritual me knows that it's all the same when it comes to spirit. But I'm having fun in my manifestations for the most part, and learning so much along the way. And I am pouring all of that information the best I can and as fast as I can, because it's coming rapidly for me, into this community, into these card pulls that I do, into my posts on social media. If you're not following me on social media, please follow me on social media. Into the way I speak with friends. It's just so exciting to me, especially since I feel like this is like what I've been trying to figure out all my life, which is, how can I get the life that I want? How can I have the things that I want? You said I deserve them. How can I do that? And I feel like for all of our human lives, why did I put the book away? We tried to figure out, because that's how society has taught us, someone else has done this, go ask them, and then do what they do. And that's what I've done, because that's what we do. And that has led me down so many great adventures, and still dead ends on a lot of them. So now I'm like, okay, let me dig in and really figure this out. I think I'm far enough along in life, in up there in years, that I can figure this out. And so that has been my path and my journey, and I'm loving it so much. So I'm loving even more sharing with you all. Here we go. This one is lining up for me too. I feel like this card pull is for myself this morning. So thanks for y'all just sitting in and listening. But I just turned over this next card and I'm like, yeah, that one's for me too. All right, here we go. Believe in your own magic. It's the Oracle. We're moving on to Oracle. It's the Oracle. And the card I pulled is, see if I can get the glare off of it. Lighthouse, don't doubt your worth. The sign she is hanging on the wall says, I'm always enough. And why is Lighthouse important for me? Because right before I came into this meeting, I put on my Lighthouse necklace that was gifted to me for my birthday. And I wasn't going to wear it. Something said, pick that necklace up and wear it. Remind yourself to be the light. And so I put it on. And then I pulled a card that said Lighthouse. And look, her hair is rainbow colored too. Okay, Spirit's telling me how to style my hair too. I'm gonna get the rainbow colors back, y'all. Some of y'all have seen my pictures with the rainbow color braids. That's 2 pictures with rainbow color hair. Y'all, spirit is stepping in on all things important. Card number 20, lighthouse. There will always be someone in your life who doubts the amazing things you're capable of. None of y'all have people who doubt you in your life, do you? Show of hands. Anybody got somebody who doubts them in your life? Anybody? Y'all, it was my mama and my daddy for me. And now they're both dead, and maybe I'm grateful. No, I'm not. I am, but I'm not. I'm grateful that I'm out from underneath the pressure that I put on myself. And at the same time, of course, I don't miss my mom. I miss my mother and my father very much. But I'm saying that to say we all have people who we will try to live our entire life to prove that we are worthy. And while we're doing that for others, we forget to do it for ourselves. And that hit home when I lost my mother. I lost my father a very long time ago. I lost my mother just a few years ago. And once they were both gone, I remember waking up one time, and my manifestation dreams have always revolved around when I get this thing and when I do this thing, when I have this thing to show, and when I do these things, then my mom will understand my path. She'll understand why I made the choices. And when she passed away, I remember it was several months after she passed away, and I woke up and I was thinking, oh man, I'm doing some of the things. When I finally do this, I can. And I stopped and I realized I don't have anybody to prove this to anymore. I mean, of course, she's in spirit looking over me in totally different perspective. But I thought in that moment, I realized how much of my life had been dedicated to proving something to someone else, whether it was my parents, my children, my loved ones. And I should have taken that time to prove it to my damn self. You are worthy. Show yourself that worth before you worry about anybody else seeing that in you. There will always be someone in your life who doubts the amazing things you're capable of. It is then that you must decide to be your biggest champion. Believe wholeheartedly in your own worth, regardless of outside opinion. Feed yourself a steady diet that speaks to self-love, self-kindness, and self-confidence. Lighthouse, don't doubt your worth. All right, so that's that. All right, let's see what we got going on over in the chat. How are y'all feeling? Drop me an emoji to let me know how you're feeling today. How are these messages hitting? What deck do we need to go to next, Spirit? Love. I love it. Okay, the next deck we're going to is Keepers of the Light by Kyle Gray. That card almost jumped out. So that is our card. What do we have? Green Tara. Supreme Protection. This much I know, Green Tara is also a representation of Mother Earth. Mother Earth is earth energy again, ties in with that Pentacles, ties in with the energy we got from the Ace and the King of Pentacles. Supreme Protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation and trust. Move beyond the limitations and trust. A recurring message on how we get to where we say we want to go. Green Tara, let me find her in the book. Let's see. Legend has it that this is the personification of perfect compassion. Nope. Legend has it that the personification of perfect compassion was looking down on the earth one day and cried tears when he witnessed all the suffering in the world. When the tears hit the earth, a lotus formed, from which Tara, the goddess of compassion and light, was born. She has many forms based on different colors, and we have chosen green in this oracle because she brings the light of protection and safety with her. Always compassionate and loving, she helps us move into a new state of being and doing. That compassion and love is showing up because that's what you need to show yourself. You are safe. Protection is all around you. This is the message from the card. The worst is behind you and you are ready to move beyond the challenges that were set out for you. Set out for me by who? Yourself. Just know yourself. You did it. You did it to yourself. Cords are being cut between you and your past so that you can feel energetically clear and aware. Don't worry about recalling fearful experiences. They aren't going to be recreated now. I want to say that again. Your past, this is a message from Spirit, is not going to be recreated now. I'm going to come back and talk about that in a minute. Just acknowledge them and leave them behind so that you can step into a space of spiritual and personal freedom. Green Tara has placed a force field of complete love and acceptance around you. Complete love and acceptance surrounding you in this moment. Can you take a deep breath and feel that? She is here to tell you that you no longer need to build up walls around your heart and that it's safe to trust what you feel and who is in your life today. Open heart center. Look at that open heart center. Take down the walls that you have built. Now I want to talk about her saying, you might have fearful experiences. Don't worry about recalling them. They aren't going to be recreated now. When you shift your energy, like we did here at the beginning by just spending a couple of minutes thinking about how we wanted to feel, your energy shifted. When you feel a new emotion, regardless of what might be causing that emotion, regardless of what you think is causing that emotion, when you feel a new emotion, whether that's peace, calm, excitement, whatever you feel, your energy has shifted. That is your sign. Your emotions are your sign that your frequency has shifted. So we shifted our energy at the beginning here. Now, if we leave this and go right back into the world and we say, wait a minute, I'm having the same thing again, recreating the same thing again. Do you understand that it is harder to recreate something you don't want than it is to allow what you do want? You are actually spending energy to go against the forces of nature to recreate the same life that you stepped out of. You have to use energy. It's like, how easy is it to paddle upstream against the current versus just letting go of the oars and floating down with the current? When you are paddling upstream against the current, against the universe itself, to recreate the same life that you had yesterday, because you are focused on the same things that you were focused on yesterday, you are actually spending so much more energy. And then you go to bed at night and you say, God, I'm so tired. I didn't sleep well. You wake up the next morning and you say, I don't know why I'm so tired. I'm tired all the time. My back hurts. My arms hurt. I don't know. It must just be old age. No, it's you waking up every day and paddling upstream against what the universe is trying to get you to do, which is just go with the flow. Be easy about it. So can you recreate the same life that you've created? Many of y'all have been doing that for years and don't know how to get out of the cycle and wake up. And you know what I'm talking about when you say, I'm just tired. I'm tired of trying. Nothing's working. I'm tired. You're tired because you're spending so much energy going against the forces of nature. Sit on a rock and imagine some pigs flying. Let it be easy. Let your energy rest, even if just 5 minutes a day. That's what is going to move the needle rapidly from ace to king. Why rapidly? Spirit said, because I need y'all. Y'all down there fucking around trying to get better jobs. I need y'all to make a better world. I need y'all. So I'm gonna give you some boosts to your manifestation so y'all can please stop stressing about these things that really don't matter and come here to walk in your purpose. Come here to experience joy. Come here to create what you really want. So I'm gonna send you some extra manifestation because I know that's what y'all think y'all want. And as soon as y'all start moving the needle towards what you think you want, we're gonna make it happen fast. We're gonna make it happen fast because I need you people, you light workers, you beautiful, blessed souls who at least understand that you have some control in this life and you're trying to figure out how to do it. I need y'all. Spirit is saying, I need y'all. So let's speed it up. Let's speed it up for everybody so we can get to where we need to be where we need to be to shine that light. All right, let's see, what else do we have? I got a few more minutes with the general read. What deck do you want me to go to, Spirit? Since we had that King of Pentacles, I'm going to go with some masculine energy, gods and titans. How do we stay in that masculine energy of confidence and action? What guidance do you have for us, Spirit? I'm going to not say the name right. Cernunnos? Maybe there's a phonetic spelling in the book. Shapeshifter. Look at that. I like that the snake is the one that's coming out first because this is Year of the Snake. Yes, Year of the Snake in Chinese astrology. Shapeshifter. All right, let's see. Do not know, does not look like there is a phonetic spelling. So we're just going to butcher his name through the whole reading. All right, Cernunnos, shapeshifting. Transition and change are flowing through you. Relax and know that you have the power to be what you want to be. Man, all of these messages are hidden as far as manifesting today. While most people think of Cernunnos as a god of the Celts, the truth is this energy is far, far older. Prehistoric man covered himself with the skins, hair, feathers, and bones of the animals he hunted, and he danced around the fire. As the shadow played against the cave walls, man changed into the very animals he targeted. Shape-shifting is a way of gathering power and information. This is one of the earliest principles of magic. Like attracts like. Have we heard that before? Have we heard that before? If you want to catch a stag, be a stag in the ritual dance. Feel the stag. Think like the stag. Be one with the stag. And then you can better connect with the stag should you need to hunt it. By honoring this father hunter, the horned one, ancient peoples felt that they could be better fed and better prepared, and so more successful. Now, if their survival depended on them being able to hunt successfully to bring food and sustenance and the coverings that came from the animal's hide back to their family, back to their collective communities. If their life depended on it, and it did, because there was a time where that's all we did, hunters and gatherers. If their life depended on it, how much time do you think they would spend in making sure they were successful? It says they needed to be the stag, walk like the stag, think like the stag, to better connect with the stag, so that when they went out to attain that food, sustenance, what they needed to live, they knew they would be successful because they were connected. They knew that they were going to be successful on the hunt. So we say we need things in our life for our survival: food, relationships, money, cars, whatever it is, whatever's on your list. We say we need those things. And Spirit says, sit and be those things. Raise your vibration, your frequency, be those things. And when you go out into the world, no problem, they're yours. And we say, I've got to check my Instagram first. I've got to doom scroll on Facebook for 3 hours and then tell Spirit, I don't have time to meditate. I don't have time to sit and just be abundance. Oh, that sounds boring. But have you seen this cat meme? This is fun. We're just not taking the time that we need to take to do the things that Spirit is saying. Ace to king. We can move from an ace to king in less than 7 days. Cernunnos is often depicted as a half human and half stag, although sometimes he is simply depicted as a man with a glorious set of antlers that seem to pierce the sky. His energy is vital, flowing, fertile, and connecting. Today, he is a symbol of the purest masculine energy, untainted and fully connected with his strength and wildness. For this reason, he is extremely popular with the modern pagan and witchcraft communities and is a pattern of those who work on facilitating change as environmental activists. You can call upon his shape-shifting energy when you wish to transition from one identity to another or to shift back into your most authentic self. How many people are working on that? And I better see all y'all's hands go up. Transform and from one identity to another is what is required if we want to have the life that we say we want. And if we currently in our set, whatever you are right now today, do not have the life that you say you want, then transition is necessary. Or if you are living less than and you know you're living less than and you know your authentic self is out there because you've been her before, you've seen him before, you know what they feel like, then you're trying to make that transition into your most authentic self. So all hands up on that one. This is the energy you call in. This is the energy you call in. If you feel like you've changed recently in ways that don't feel right to you or in ways that feel untrue to your nature, it's time to shift back with Sir Nunnis. So that is his message and some symbols that he might show up for you today or this week. Looking for these symbols. If you see antlers, a stag, a snake, or trees. Anybody in any area where you could see a tree. Every time you see a tree, I want you to call in this energy and think about this energy of transition and change, because that is a symbol that he is ready to work with you, that this energy is ready to work with you. You don't have to worship this God. It's just, he's not asking for you to worship him. He's just saying, hey, got some energy. He's an energy dealer. He's standing on the corner with a trench coat, opening it up, talking about this is the energy I got for you. This one is for change. This one is for transition. Which one you want? He's an energy dealer on the street corner. He's not asking you to worship him. He doesn't even charge for the stuff he's selling. He's handling it out freely. All you have to do is take some of the energy that he's offering to help you transition, change, shift. All right, let's see. I struggle with my feminine energy. I'm apparently too much in my masculine. How do you balance feminine energy with wellness? Ooh, that's a great question. Oh, that's so funny. Julie's last name. Over, y'all, that's two symbols. Julie's last name. Y'all look over in chat and see Julie's last name that just made a comment. Symbols everywhere when you look for them. Symbols everywhere when you look for them. And Spirit is saying, I got you, I got you, I got you. Um, please go read the email I just sent. It talks just about that. It symbols everywhere when you look for them and how you can use that to help help boost your manifestations. Let's get into the single card pulls. I'm trying to think, should I go with the same? No, I want to go with a different tarot deck. I'm gonna go with my teeny tiny tarot deck because that's what's calling to me. This is my Rider-Waite deck. Isn't it cute? Look how small it is. This is my biggest Rider-Waite deck. I got a tiny one that's this small that I carry in my purse. So we're going to go to this for the one card pulls. Roxy, how to connect with your feminine side. Sit in meditation and allow it, because feminine energy, astrologically, we just moved into a time of abundant and very, very strong feminine energy. So if feminine energy is surrounding you, just stop blocking it. Let it in. There was a suggestion about being in nature. Absolutely. It's so interesting. I just had a conversation on Saturday with a random stranger. It's not a random stranger. I've met her a couple of times before. I was at a vendor fair and she was another vendor. And she came over looking at my metaphysical jewelry and she said the same thing. I've been very masculine. How do I shift into my feminine energy? Y'all, as someone who has been there, done there, I was masculine as a necessity. I grew up with four brothers. Some of that definitely rubbed off on me. And then in my adult life, I was a single parent, had to play both roles. Some of that masculine by necessity. When I got into my adult life and I realized I too had a lot of masculine energy and I didn't always have to be that anymore. Yeah, that's some work, getting it balanced. Moon rituals. The moon is that divine feminine energy. Moon rituals help me. Being in nature helped me. Learning about feminine goddesses and their energies and just what it means to be divinely feminine, which is not weak, which is not submissive. Don't get me started on that. But learning about the energies has helped me shift that. So that's my answer to you. Educate yourself, meditate, nature, connect with the moon. The card I have pulled And we're just going to say that this card is for anybody who's trying to connect more with the divine feminine. It's the High Priestess. Of course. Of course. She is divinely in tune and also one of the most feminine cards in the Tarot deck. She is Major Arcana, the High Priestess. Do some research on the High Priestess if you, not just for Roxy, but anyone trying to balance that divine feminine energy, male or female, doesn't matter what your incarnate set point is. We all have divine masculine and divine feminine energy. Anyone working on balancing it, sit with the High Priestess card. Do a little bit of research on what she signifies and what she stands for, and maybe meditate on her. I have an excellent divine High Priestess meditation out there somewhere. Maybe I should find it and dust it off. High Priestess. All right. Now let me do this so I can see the room. Who wants a one card pull? Please put it over in chat. I'm going to start pulling from those that I see. T-E-E. I don't know if you're available. But you are who Spirit has chosen for the one card pull. There you go. Spirit, what does T need to know today? What? Can y'all still see? Even though I've made myself small, this is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords. What is she doing? She has entrapped herself with her own thoughts. Swords are our thinking mind, represent our thoughts and communication. For you, this is saying you're telling yourself stories that are keeping you feeling trapped or restricted in some kind of way. The stories of I can't, or not yet, or the time isn't right. Those stories, there's some falseness to those stories because there's just like there's falseness to her entrapment. She could, if she could see, she could walk between those swords and get out of that area. Also, it's important to note that this ground is wet and marshy, which means those swords are not strongly in the ground. She could probably blow on one and it would topple over because it's not in solid ground. It's in wet ground. So she's not trapped. The bindings around her are very loose. If she did a little shimmy and a shake, they would fall off. Her eye, even what's around her eyes it's not tightly bound. So this is an example of someone who is bound and restricted, but can easily get out. But they can't easily get out because they've told themselves, no, I can't. I'm stuck here. I'm stuck here forever. I'm stuck at this job because it has the health benefits I want and I can't leave. I'm stuck with this person because everything is in their name and I wasn't smart enough to put things in my name, so I can't leave. I'm stuck with fill in the blank because fill in the blank. No, you're not. No, you're not. Your thoughts are telling you that, but reality is something different. And if you're saying, no, it's not, did you forget you create your own reality? Your reality can be created and recreated anytime you want. So that one is the message for you, T. There's something that you're thinking about that is holding you back, and Spirit wants you to re-examine that because it's false. It's built on a false pretense. All right. Who's up next? BLA. Yes. One card pull for you. Interesting. We got a lot of messages about walk away, leave it alone, shed it, death. Death and rebirth is how I read this card. Something is trying to make its way out of your life and you are trying to revive it. I see you doing CPR. This is the message Spirit is giving me. You're leaning over this thing and you're doing CPR and you're providing resuscitations and you're saying, no, don't leave. And Spirit is like, no, its time has come. And this is metaphorical. There's something energetically in your life that needs to move out. Maybe it's when I say something needs to die so something new can replace it, death and rebirth, most of you understand that, but I'm going to explain it just for the people in the back in case you weren't listening. It's not about an actual death. It's about change, transition, and rebirth. And sometimes we get stuck. Sometimes we get stuck in patterns. Sometimes we get stuck in situations. And we feel as if we can't move on. And that's us trying to breathe life into it, trying to resuscitate it, trying to say, But I know there's one more opportunity. Maybe I just didn't do, maybe if I just change, maybe if I just said it this way, this thing would work out. Maybe I didn't do my due diligence. Maybe I didn't do what I was supposed to do in this. And we're trying to bring it back to life, trying to make sure we get it from all angles before we step away. And this is spirit saying, how many times do I have to kill this thing in your life before you finally let it go? Death and rebirth. There's something in your life. You probably already know what it is. Spirit's telling me you already know what it is, even if you're a little bit in denial about what you think that is. There's something in your life that needs to be let go of so that something even new and better can replace it. All right, let's see. Where are we at? Got a little bit of time left. I want to get to at least one more person with the card pull. Who is calling to me? Julie. Julie, 2-card pool, but this is fun. I'll do it real fast. This is your main card, and it is the 5 of Swords. Man, we're staying with the swords. It's all about our mindset this week. How can we shift our mindset to get to the things we want to manifest with more ease? 5 of Swords is the idea of you may have won the battle, but you may have won the battle, but you lost the war. It's when you forget what you started for, when you forget what you're fighting for, when you forget that you're trying to guard the castle, and in the process of guarding the castle, you've set off bombs, you've waged war, and the castle has fallen. But man, you kept those attackers away. Nobody destroyed the castle except you trying to protect it. So it's you lose the battle, you win the battle, you kept everyone away, but you've lost the war. Maybe that's happening with your heart center. You have so many walls up of protection, you've kept everybody away, and you're celebrating that nobody can touch my heart now. I am impenetrable. Nobody can hurt me ever again. And then you look around in your life and you have no friends, no family, no community. You've lost the war, but you won the battle. Those walls are intact. Those walls are strong. So some of that is going on within your thoughts. There's something going on in your thoughts where you've lost sight of the end goal. Re-examine what's going on with you. That is the 5 of Swords. And then the second card I pulled is the 8 of Swords again. And we already know the message of that. So both of those going on for you. All right. Okay, so that is going to wrap it up for our single card pulls. And then I want to end with a little bit of activation for you. I'm going to say this is what I would do. This is what I would do. We've had a lot of great messages coming through. The message of Green Tara and Sir Nennis, if I might be saying that wrong, calling in those energies, spend some time in meditation to call in those energies, to really ask, how can you best support? Ask them, how can you best support me manifesting the life that I want? How can you best support me in manifesting the life that I want? It's the first thing I want you to do is call those energies in. The second thing I want you to do, once you feel yourself surrounded by some kind of something that feels like it's helping you, in that moment, I want you to say to the energies, to your higher self, to God, to whatever, show me evidence of my beliefs with my manifestation working out. Show me evidence that if I believe it, I can have it. Show me evidence that my beliefs around manifestation are true. And then just walk throughout your day looking for that evidence to show up, looking for signs that you are on the right track, that your manifestations are happening. Valorie, does it work? Let me tell you something. Do we have time? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Does it work? This morning I woke up and I said to Spirit, something along the lines of, I've been working on my manifestations and my beliefs a lot. And I said something along the lines of, instead of me continuing to work on my manifestations and my beliefs, like, I don't know if I did it right. I woke up this morning and something shifted and I said, Spirit, show me evidence that what I believe is true. Show me evidence that what I believe about manifestations are true. That if I shift my energy, I can have the things I want. Show me evidence of that. And before I got on this call, I had 3 separate instances, 3 separate instances of signs that that was working out for me. And I was blown away a bit because I was like, well, damn, that's fast. I was going to give you the full day to show it for me. But before breakfast, I'm good. So yes, it works. Yes, it works. Accept those signs and keep following those signs and keep asking for more signs. All right. Yes, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock yesterday, Nev, too. I love it. Yes, yes, yes. So that's what I have for you. I hope you all feel activated, charged up, looking forward to your manifestations this week. If I could leave one thing with you, see how often you can get into this energetic set point. See how often you can be this page of cups, sitting and emotionally feeling what it would feel like to see a pig fly by, to have rainbows in the sky. What does it feel like? See how much time you can spend doing that. All right. I love you all. Thank you so much. This has been a wonderful, inspiring, and high energy read for me. And I hope I see you back next week. Thanks, everyone. Don't forget, check out the website, Twirl Unicorns Coffee. Lots of great information there. Free community. Love you all.
Can you wait for a sec, Valerie?
Yep.
Okay.